Hi friends, welcome to your reading. This is Kay from Online Tarot. Let's go ahead and see what is being hidden from you and your connection that's on your mind right now. We're going to tap into their energy and see, how they feel about you, how they feel about your connection, what's stopping them from approaching you. If you guys are in stagnant energy, what's stopping them from leveling up to the next level. If you have any questions that you want answered, I will be pulling a yes or no question card at the end, so stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and see what wants to come out. Wow, so already we have a couple that want to fly out here. So I have red lipstick stains, private relationships, and toxic. The red lipstick stains card is, a card of proof of cheating. There's some kind of evidence that is being shown. Maybe there's some kind of evidence that is indicating that there's some kind of private relationship between your person and somebody else. Maybe this person is rubbing off as toxic. I'm feeling like just going back and forth between my hidden oracle cards and these Black Rose deck here. So I feel like there's a message here claiming that, you have somebody here who maybe, I'm hearing that, you have some kind of hunch that there is, this private relationship going on. So even if you don't have proof, I'm hearing that, or I'm hearing you have proof. So if you don't know what if you don't have anyone in this energy, then, this probably is not your reading. But let's go ahead and continue. Let's clarify the red lipstick stains, please. Thank you. Okay, so toxic is clarifying that. We have toxic and toxic there. So maybe there's some kind of nasty behaviors that's going on. Some kind of unhealthy behaviors in your guys' connection. I'm hearing like your person is delusional for thinking that they can get away with things. They're leaving a trail behind is what I'm hearing. And them thinking that they can get away with it is them being delusional. And like I'm seeing like they're not being very careful about this private relationship. Somebody is watching them. Somebody saw them together. Let's go ahead and see. Let's clarify that private relationship, please. Thank you. So we have sneaky, fake profile, hiding from you, behind the scenes, social media. There could be some kind of evidence of this private relationship on, the internet, on social media, some kind of, I see Instagram here, so Instagram could be significant. Nonetheless, I do feel like you catch this person, like that's the trail that they leave behind is their social media. You probably look into it or, start snooping or something. But, I feel like whenever you have the hunch to snoop, usually like there's a reason to be. Let's go ahead and clarify this toxic card here. Because I feel like you are realizing this person is toxic. You're realizing that this person is kind of being shady. And like, although you haven't caught them like in the act, I'm hearing like they can't come up with a straight answer as to like what this is here. Toxic, let's clarify toxic, please. Thank you. Okay, so tether, intuition, dreams, heart songs. Yeah, so I feel like your intuition is on point. You definitely are starting to realize that this person is toxic. Even though you don't have proof, you have some sort of like past knowledge of like what this is here. This red lipstick stain, I feel like it's some kind of proof. Like they left some kind of trail and you followed it and found out that, it led you here or something in that nature. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to tarot. Actually, I'll grab some of those in a second. I have also my Hermit Tarot card deck here. So we're just going to see what wants to come out with those later. So That I am terrified card came out. Maybe your person is like terrified of you finding out like all that they've done. Maybe, you know, you asked them about this here and they were freaking out that you would find out about this. All around, you know, there's a very toxic energy here that is heavy. I feel like your person has like done this before. They, you know, were toxic in past relationships, hiding, you know, text messages from people, from the people that they were dating. And they're doing the same with you, and you're catching on to it, you know, this intuition. You're starting to become one with your intuition. Let's go ahead and clarify this toxic card. Also, delusions. Thank you. So I have the Lovers card. You know, there is some kind of choice that is needing to be held here in this relationship. This person is toxic, and I'm hearing that you probably feel like this person is your like divine partner. You might feel like you guys are meant to be, but I'm hearing that's the delusion. Let's go ahead and clarify the social media card. Hiding from you. What are they hiding from you? What is being hidden? Is it this private relationship? Because I don't feel like you like casually sneak through their phone. I feel like, you know, you had a hunch for a reason, this card here, and it landed on this here too. So we have the Chariot, and I feel like, you know, you're determined to figure it out. You're determined to figure out what's being hidden from you. And that's why you're searching through the phone. That's why you're going through these links to kind of figure out what, you know, what this person is up to, because you're realizing that they're pulling away from you. You're realizing that they're not giving their all. You figure this out fast. Whatever it is, after this moment here, like you get the idea quick, you know, like I should check their phone. That idea stems from, you know, whatever paper trail that they left, or whatever trail that they left, that kind of gives you that sense that they're, you know, sneaking around. But, you know, you end up going through their phone and finding out this here. And like you realize your intuition was on point. You realize that you thought this person was toxic, and they ended up being super toxic, you know, and they ended up showing their mask, and their mask came off here. Let's go ahead and clarify this intuition and dreams. I'm seeing dreams. Maybe, you know, you had a dream that this person was cheating, and that's this like this evidence, but not really hard, you know, stone cold evidence. I don't know. Let's go ahead and figure that out. So tether, dreams, intuition. Thank you. Yeah, wow. So the High Priestess, you know, this is a card of intuition. You listened to your intuition. You went with your gut feeling. This person was not answering their phone when you would call them like they used to. And although you're determined to figure out what happened, what went wrong, you're kind of wanting yourself to be wrong. You don't want to be right, but I'm hearing that you are. Like your gut instinct is right. You have 3 major arcana cards here. For, you know, 3 out of 3 here. We pulled all major arcanas. And you do have somebody here who, you know, could be a false soulmate is what I'm hearing. There's some reason, there's something that motivated you to look into it, and as soon as you did, you found which way to go. You know, you realized that your intuition was right and that you need to move forward, you know, probably without this person is what you're gathering. Like maybe they didn't actually cheat on you, but they're being sneaky. They're talking with other people in a way that, you know, shouldn't be, if they're in a relationship. And I feel like you guys are in a connection. And, you know, like after you find out, after you have reason to snoop, you know, reason to go through their phone, you find out what's going on. You have this laser focus on where to go next in your relationship. I'm hearing that you're listening to your intuition, you're listening to your gut, and you're making that decision to leave. What is this person afraid of? What are they afraid of in this connection? What is their fear? Okay, so I got a lot of cards there. Or actually just 2. So I have sex shop and don't want to hear it. You know, maybe there's something to do with your guys' sexual relationship, or like your sexual chemistry, I guess is what I'm referring to. And, you know, maybe this person is not wanting to hear like about their struggles, maybe. Yeah. That might just be for some of you. We'll see. Let's go ahead and clarify that, please. Clarify sex shop and don't want to hear it. That could be, you know, what this person is hiding from you. You know, maybe they're like a subscription based is what I'm hearing. Maybe they pay for services that way, and you know, it's just something that you never thought would be something your partner would do. Something that you don't want to hear it. You can't look at them. I do have signs, so you could be seeing 1111. You could be seeing repeated numbers a lot, and you know, any numbers that are repeating to you, look them up. They usually will have a meaning towards them. You know, divine numbers at least. For example, I saw 209 for a while, so I had to look it up, and it is a divine number. But you know, you could be just noticing some kind of synchronicities that's going on, and that, you know, like as far as like the intuition, you know, like that's definitely something that helps you catch your eye. Like you're starting to put 2 and 2 together is what I'm hearing. Let's see what this person, their motives are in this connection with you. What is it that this person wants out of this connection with you? I'm ready. This person has probably been in this energy here for a while, and I feel like they, like as soon as they got caught, I'm hearing they're ready to like commit. Swords, yeah, so it's heavy emotional energy here. And it landed there on the red lipstick stain. So I feel like, you know, whatever happened, whatever this paper trail, I feel like that was, I keep saying paper trail. So maybe, you know, somebody wrote something, like a handwritten note or something. Or like some kind of paper trail, something with papers. Oh, let's see what this card was. I almost forgot about it. I worry about us a lot. So this person, maybe when this person realized that you were onto them, they tried like saying, like making you feel like you were crazy. Maybe they were like, I worry about us. I worry about you. You know, like, I don't know. Maybe they were, I feel like they had gaslit you into thinking that like they've just been stressed over something. Let's get one more card. Okay. So these want to come out. I can't even look at you right now. That gives me that energy there. I could be your hero, baby, and I'm addicted to you. So they try to butter you up is what I'm hearing. They try to make it seem like, you know, these faults are not as big as you're making it seem. And that they could never like stray away from you. Like this, I keep seeing this sex shop here. I'm seeing like an OnlyFans subscription or something, or, you know, what is the other one? Feet Finders, or, you know, some kind of site like that. But this person is trying to I'm hearing coddle you, like you're like I'm hearing they're calling you a big baby, like, you know, I see baby, and I'm hearing they're trying to coddle you and trying to make you feel like you have nothing to worry about. Interesting. Let's grab one more tarot. I do want to clarify the signs and synchronicities, as well as the private relationship. Let's clarify the private relationship first. Thank you. Okay, so I have the Five of Swords in reversed. And I feel like, you know, this person is resenting putting you in this, like, situation. I'm hearing they, like, pushed it to the limit. They're pushing their boundaries. Let's clarify signs, please, and synchronicities. Thank you. The Sun in reverse. You're starting to realize that you're unhappy and you're wondering, you know, what is the problem? What is the reason behind it? And that's when you start to, you know, focus on figuring that out. You're starting to realize these signs, these, you know, synchronicities that are popping up in your life. It all leads back to you feeling like, you know, there's a reason why you're not happy and you need to figure it out. You know, there's a reason why this person is not happy and you need to figure it out. You know, nonetheless, you are seeing these signs and you're realizing that you need to reflect on what they mean for you. Seeing these synchronicities. I feel like you're determined to figure out what this all means for you. Like, you're going through a healing journey of your own. Like, this is kind of opening your eyes. Your intuition is starting to, like, you're awakened. It's nighttime here, it looks like, and this person's awake. I feel like, you know, instead of sleeping, you're awakened now. You're alert to, like this here. You know, you're alert to noticing what you're willing to stand for. Like, I'm hearing like this wasn't anything too bad. It could have probably been resolved if you felt like you truly loved this person, but maybe you're realizing, like, through this experience here, that it's not true love. That is toxic. You know, it was a unhealthy, you know, relationship that you guys kept doing this, like, pattern. I'm hearing this repeated numbers. I'm seeing repeated patterns. The delusion was that you thought this was your soulmate. You know, you thought that this was somebody who you could have the sun, you know, in an upright with. And, you know, like, this Lover's card is here. There's someone that you both have this kind of mutual attraction for each other, but I don't feel like it's love. I feel like it's an obsession. Like this person is more so addicted to, like, your body, addicted to the idea of you, instead of, like, wanting to love you, wanting to grow with you. You know, this Sun in reverse, you guys are unhappy, and there's conflict here. Even though the Lovers is out, you know, this is a choice here in a relationship. This is a choice of, you know, whether this commitment is worth it or not. And with the, you know, Five of Swords in reverse, I feel like you're not completely sure about it, but then, like, this happens and you gain clarity. This is a lot here. There's a lot of third-party energy here. There's a lot of betrayal is what I'm hearing. Whether this person has you on their mind when they're doing, like, this here or not, I feel like they have some level of commitment for you. I'm just not sure if they, like, are wanting commitment. Like at this time is what I'm hearing. I don't know, but like this I'm ready. Maybe they weren't wanting to be committed fully, but until like they realize that they could lose you is when they are like, I'm ready. Because this didn't come out until like almost halfway in the reading. You know, they didn't realize that they were going to lose you for real. They, you know, just, they didn't know what their, they didn't know that they were being toxic, their nasty behaviors. You know, I see this word poison here, and I feel like them not noticing you was poison to the relationship. And now they want to be your hero, even after this whole time of, you know, breaking down the relationship. And whatever it caused, you know, them to break down your guys', whatever caused them to, you know, destroy your guys' connection. I'm hearing it was quick, you know, it was fast. It wasn't a prolonged thing. It was something that happened quickly. And maybe they weren't even sure, you know, what was going on either, but sorry about the mess. But, you know, to close out here, I do feel like your person has only felt sorry and wants to fix this because they got caught, is what I'm feeling like. And I'm feeling like you know, your intuition is strong right now. You know what, you know, what's going on. I'm hearing that you're just kind of waiting for like physical proof. Like I kept saying that paper trail, you know, you're waiting for that physical hard copy to prove that this person, you know, was not for you, was not the right choice, you know. Yeah, so if that resonated with you, I would love to know how. Please leave a comment, like this video, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love to have you as a friend. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.